Well, good morning everybody. It's Saturday and we've come over to the Appleford Steam Rally. Now this is a little bit different and a little bit special. Special because the first rally took place in 1950, so this is the 75th anniversary. And actually it was the forerunner of what would become the modern day steam rally. So I think we've an awful lot to thank for the rally, for the people that have put it on, because let's face it, without the without the steam rally, then the steam rally movement, I doubt steam preservation would have been as successful as it has. Yeah, well, let's have a look around. Time to go and explore. The programme tells me that this is a historic site as far as traction engine rallies are concerned, for it was at Bridge Farm in 1950 that the challenge race for a barrel of beer took place between Arthur Napper and Miles Chetwynd Slapperton, which resulted in a win for the former. Arthur Napper's Marshall engine old-timer used on that occasion is at the rally today. The event is generally acknowledged to have founded the traction engine rallies as we now know them. And this is that very same engine, old-timer, that took part in that race 75 years ago.
He may help you if you ask him to, but you've got to give him instructions. It's an interesting exercise, and for young people it's a great opportunity to demonstrate their confidence and managing an engine. He has his own engine. Why that means, of course, he was reasonably confident that he was going to make the facilities available, but nevertheless, it does take a bit of planning, it does take a bit of organising the farm. The grass will take a time to recover, and dry weather, of course, that just exacerbates the problem. But it's all progressing very nicely. And to say the weekend is not about two things. And you rename the engine, I leave the airing, because you take the engine, because it's all the engine's fault.
King George VI is quite a special engine, and John Wharton's going to be telling us a little bit more about the history of the engine a bit later.
That along with our primer will be certainly the engine for the grand opening parade.
And I swear enginemen are getting younger. Linda Payne, who's the daughter of Arthur Napper, the winner of the first race 75 years ago, then opened the rally, and it was time for some racing.
We've now got the next door, ready to race. Are we ready now? nice and mild up here, we can set it up on a couple of drums. So there we are, that's what started it all off in 1950. Isn't it amazing to think, when you look around, just look around this field and think what we've got here today. It's just a well-planned but modest-sized rally as they go. You know, and think all the things that have grown from this wonderful hobby of speaking is one who's
Well, there we go. I think you got that one.
Yeah, just.
Well done.
across the world for that matter, people in New Zealand, Australia.
So John, the first showman's ever at a steam rally.
Yes, my father bought this engine in 1950, straight from the showman, Andrews at Tunbridge Wells in Kent, brought it home, and before he started restoring it, he did a couple of recovery jobs, and then he restored it, and it came out just in time for Appleford in 1952, and it became the first showman's engine to attend a traction engine rally.
And then, of course, back into showman's for a while with Carter's, with Mike.
Yep, yeah, it worked for a year with Carter's commercially, and still able to perform exactly as it did all the way through its showman's work in life.
And well, it's seen a few identities in the last few years, isn't it?
When it was new, it was a road locomotive, and it was new to Totsham in Devon, and then it went to Shepton Mallet, and then it was bought by the famous Boilermakers, James Hickey of Richmond, and they embellished the engine very royally and renamed the engine the City of London, and it looked like no other engine, and because it was so celebrated, having rebuilt the boiler on this, I decided that it was time to revert it to that guise, and that's how it came out last year. But with the advent of the Appleford Rally, I couldn't bring the City of London here, it had to be King George's VI.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well done, John. Looking absolutely amazing. That's great stuff.
People in the pilot that followed the black stick line, the red and the yellow two stripes and apron. They're the 16th and yellow this time, so after the second engine.
And soon enough it was time for another race, with a programme of events going on all day.
Well, away. Eileen made a second start. Are we turning or coming back backwards? You've got to be a little bit canny when you reverse quickly like that. They've got away with it on old timer, but if you open up hard with an engine when you start to go backwards, all the water flows to the top of the boiler. You're down in the end, you'll find yourself covered in this again. The master's home country of the firm, so going to keep history alive. That's coming nicely back, and then Eileen. Of course, the reality of these things is that some engines were geared much faster than others. It would have been very much the choice of the owner to an extent as to whether he wanted
over at the arena. We came over just to, because they've got all the engines in the arena. Alright, see you in a moment. Bye. Another fantastic engine to find at the rally was Bourton. Now Bourton is a 10 notional horsepower road loco made by McLaren, and is actually the engine that Chimera was based on, although Chimera looks a lot different in a lot of ways, so, well, go figure. But yeah, there you go, Chimera's mum, as it were. And of course I've just bought a half-size one of these,
I watched the video.
which is based on this engine.
Very good.
Major part is Alfred on Jack. One of the steamers, one of the original engines from the original race. When did the Marcle first come around? When did the Marcle first we've got Eileen manoeuvring. Just trying to get yourself lined up for a start.
Well, we've walked ourselves round and round, and we've had showers, but only very light showers. It's all been fine, but an absolutely great time here at Appleford. Shame it's not an annual rally, really, because it's a magnificent thing, a real engineman's rally as opposed to a spectator rally. You know, run very much for the benefit of the engineman, which I think is fantastic. You know, a rally as it should be. The atmosphere is fantastic, great people here. I mean, it's been interesting not having an engine at a rally. I've walked around and I don't think I've ever spent so much time talking to people, but it's been lovely to have a catch up with a good load of people. And Well, I think we're all exhausted. Duck's getting quite impatient. Probably time to go home.